So I've already talked about the Call of Duty beta enough, but I kind of want to keep talking about it because it's quite cool. I want to do a finalization of the beta. But this is just my second day on the beta now, and to be quite honest with you, the beta feels great. It feels decent. Okay, maybe not great. It feels decent, I want to say. Now, there are some still problems with the beta. I hope and I presume will get fixed, like I've already said. And I hope and I can't wait for them to get fixed. Now, Call of Duty betas are pretty known for being an absolute fucking sweat fest. And I don't know, it just feels like you've got water pistols. Now, I do feel like the guns in this game are all over the place, and the consistency with the guns are all over the place. Sometimes I think I'm doing absolutely no damage, and sometimes I think I am doing incredible damage. Like, I'll go on a little mini kill streak. I'll tap 3 and I'll laser them, and then I get lasered and lasered. And some of the gunplays, and maybe it's just because the guns, they're OP as fuck at the moment. But I don't know. I just think that some of my kills or some of my deaths are way too fucking quick, and the time it takes me to kill them, I don't. And then I look at their screen, and I barely do any damage. But I've used about 10 bullets on them. And it puts them in the corner, it says 5 hits. I don't know what that actually means. Does it mean 5 bullets? Because it definitely doesn't mean 5 fucking bullets. Obviously, hitting someone in the torso is not going to be as effective as hitting someone in the head. But then again, headshots are only mainly for people who are very close range. You're not going to be really tapping someone in the head with an assault rifle at quite long range. You're going to leave that to the sniper or, a rifle or something like that. Shotguns, again, I don't think shotguns, I haven't seen many of them used in this game as of yet. There have been a few people going around. Obviously, they're going to be the most OP thing out there. There's the chance of you surviving that, very slim in this. But that's kind of understandable. It's a shotgun. That's kind of the point of a shotgun, to be to piss you off. I don't know if that's the actual point, but still. But I think the gunplay in this game is just all over the place. I feel like sometimes I'm absolutely shredding people, and just sometimes my gun just doesn't want to work. I'd say, again, that's probably because of the balancing issue, like I said. The guns, again, are going to be fucking dreadful in this beta. I don't think we've had a beta where guns are actually balanced or somewhat balanced. Now, they did put out a thing and say they're actually going to be balancing, buffing, the weapon XP. That is another thing I kind of don't like. The leveling up the weapons XP is fucking awful. I'm thinking, holy shit, surely I should have ranked up a bit more than this. It's very, very, very slow, which is kind of unfortunate, to be honest with you. But yeah, he's, Lawrence Metten said, we'll be buffing weapon XP for weekend 2. The current weapon leveling speeds are slower than intended, which is good. I'm kind of glad that is a thing because, well, holy shit. I do think they are very slow at the moment. Very, very slow at the moment, and it's kind of annoying a little bit. So I can't wait for them to actually do that. That's going to be weekend 2. I think it ends on Monday, though. I don't know how many weekends there are. I think it's 2 weekends. I don't exactly know. The level cap now is 20. I'm presuming it's going to be 30 or 40, the level cap. I think you level up fairly quickly, and I'm not saying that as a bad thing. Again, people have short times and they've got work and stuff to do, so leveling up not too fast, but not too slow in between. The leveling up your character and stuff like that is pretty well done. But yeah, the weapon leveling up is fucking all. I think it's to rank to level 5, the average weapon level you have to get before you can actually use a before you can use before you can use a site, and like a red dot site or something like that. So you're stuck, like, what, you have to play about fucking 5 or so games, maybe a bit more than that, just to actually get rid of your iron sight. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with iron sights, of course, but, you know, I kind of want to use a different sight, especially, you know, when you're going against people who aren't just using iron sights, which is, yeah. They've added a new map as well, Rewind it's called. It actually looks pretty nice. I kind of like it. Scrud. Yeah, Omni movement is fucking wild. Yeah, the Omni movement is absolutely wild. I've already said this, but yeah, it's a fucking... you know, the movement, it takes some getting used to. At first, it's gonna feel like, what the fuck, I'm walking back and forwards. But like, once you get used to it, I think it balances out. It's a lot more easy to actually use. Again, it is going to take some time. I don't know. It took me about 30 minutes to properly get used to it and get in about 2 or 3 matches, maybe, I don't know, before I'm actually there. I'm like, okay, you know what? The movement is smooth, smoother than I thought I thought it would be. Anyway, I was thinking, oh shit, this is going to be awful movement. This movement is going to break the game. Well, it could still break the fucking game, of course, but again, it's pretty wild to see this. It is really, really, really wild to see the movement. I haven't used it an incredible amount. I have sometimes I've used to get out of the way of grenades or jump from one blow, like corners. It's pretty effective against campers, doing jumping sort of behind cover and stuff like that. It's kind of cool, but again, I can see it being very much abused by sweats. And I did get a few times, I think once in my game, where they switch weapons like they have fucking, I don't know, like they're on some sort of fucking drugs or something. They're switching weapons like crazy. They're all over the place, sliding and everything. The sliding, I don't know if slide cancelling, I haven't probably tried to slide cancel, I haven't used that mechanic. The sliding does kind of work though, it's very well. The tack sprint is very weird. It feels very clunky. Not like the tack sprint in previous Call of Duties. I remember there was no tack sprint. Tack sprint is, again, it's kind of cool, but it's got a cool off period. You can get unlimited tack sprint if you actually use a knife though, which I can kind of guess that might be a little OP. I'm not too sure. It kind of makes sense though, because again, guns are pretty heavy, but I don't know if it'd be that heavy it would slow you down that much. Especially an assault rifle or something like that. If it's like a heavy machine gun, that may be a bit different, but I don't think you running with a shotgun is going to slow you down that much. Yeah, it's going to be heavy, but fairly heavy anyway. But it's not going to be that heavy that it actually would disable your tack sprint like crazy. But then again, I get it, that if they didn't disable it or they didn't put some sort of nerf behind it, then that would be kind of OP, but I do I've heard someone say that they should put a nerf, like a cooldown timer on Omni movement, which I do kind of that would be kind of a cool thing. I know in previous Call of Duties when they had Infinite Warfare and stuff like that, they put a cooldown on the movement, the exosuits and stuff like that, so it would actually be a little bit more like, it wouldn't be a crazy cooldown, but it would be a bit of a cooldown, so you couldn't use too much of your energy or something like that. I don't know if they did that for Advanced Warfare. I think it was just Black Ops 3 and maybe Infinite Warfare, but not Advanced Warfare, I don't think. But it was kind of a cool feature. I think the Omni movement is okay where it is. It's quite OP in certain situations, but I guess you've all got the same movement. Like I've already said before, the customization in this game, I think it's the most customizable Call of Duty, especially within the settings. You can customize all this shit and that. It is pretty fucking overpowered. with all the settings and stuff. So I would actually say yes, this is a solid game, and I genuinely think that you're probably gonna have a lot of fun on it if you're just coming into the beta anyway. Actually, I think there's only like a day left, less than a day left. So if you do want to jump on and it's your first time jumping on, maybe pull an all night to get them monsters out or something like that. Pull an all nighter. It's time ready for that. But no, I this beta, it's pretty smooth. I haven't had any connection issues. I know yesterday on the other episode I did say that there was a bit of a lag, there was some connection issues, the servers didn't really actually work when the game actually booted up, but I don't think that was such of a problem. I kind of enjoyed it in a way. The connection was brilliant, but yeah, that connection, I did say it was not great. But I don't think that was more connection. The matchmaking just shit itself. Either that or skill. But yeah, actually, that brings me on to another thing. Skill-based matchmaking. Now, skill-based matchmaking in this doesn't feel as sweaty. Now, I don't know. People come up with their conspiracies to say why it isn't as sweaty. They're toning it down because of this and that. I don't exactly know why on earth it's not as sweaty, okay? However, it's not as sweaty as I thought it would be. Modern Warfare 3 was kind of sweaty. That game was pretty sweaty, and I had a bit of trouble with that. It was awful, fucking awful. Modern Warfare 3 beta, it was sweaty as a hell. But Black Ops 6, I can't lie, it's not been that bad, to be honest. A lot better than I thought it would be. It's not causing me problems or anything like that. I'm not rage quitting too much. But no, the only thing, and maybe it's skill-based damage, I don't know. I know that's another conspiracy in the Call of Duty community, that people say that your damage is nerfed on how well you do. Again, I don't know how true that actually is. But yeah, again, the skill-based matchmaking, I can't speak for the full game though. I'm probably guessing that shit's going to be fucking cranked to 100. That thing's going to be all off the charts. Skill-based matchmaking, again, it's been probably one of the most controversial things within the Call of Duty community around and surrounding it. A lot of people, even pro players, have spoke out about it. It's not something I like. I think skill-based matchmaking it's something that should only be really in ranked game modes. And then they come out and say, well, these people are this and people are this. If people are shit at the game, I don't know. So where were these shit players when, older like Black Ops 3 and Call of Duty World War 2 came out and Infinite Warfare? Where were the shit players then? Did they just not exist, or did skill-based matchmaking exist back then? I didn't really experience that shit players. Now, I've actually gone into a game, I've played like ass, played horrible, and I did actually get in a game, I think it was Modern Warfare 2, I tried it on, 2022, and I got into a game, and I don't want to be nasty or sound a bit ableist here, but these guys were more handicapped than anything I've seen. Like, these guys were fucking horrible. They were absolutely horrible. They didn't do anything. These guys, you could stand in front of them and they were shooting around your body. Now, I don't know if they were bots or whatever, but they were fucking horrible. The worst players that I think I've seen. And it doesn't look like they were bots because I was playing on Xbox then, and it showed one of their gamer cards, and they had pretty high gamer score. Now, I don't know whether this is, again, just a bot and they're using a player or something. I don't know, but I was a bit confused. I was like, there's no way people are playing like this. I've never seen, bearing in mind, I've seen shit players in Call of Duty, but they actually know the direction to shoot in, and they actually hit you. They hit you, they do. But these guys were not doing anything. They were shooting around my body. It took them, 20 seconds just to kill me? Again, I don't know if that's the deeper or the lower level of skill-based matchmaking. I'm not entirely sure. but it was quite scary, to be honest with you, how bad these were. Again, I don't know if this is what they did have skins and stuff like that on, so I don't know whether that's Call of Duty is trying to say, oh well, the player retention rate is blah blah blah. Who gives a shit about the player retention rate? I want a skill-based matchmaking just toned down. Fucking get rid of it, actually. You know what? You have a ranked mode. I love how there's a skill-based matchmaking in the ranked mode as well. I think it's probably the same strength as public match or normal matches, which, it makes me laugh a little bit how fucking crazy this game is. I like it, I do. I love it to pieces, Black Ops 6. Well, maybe not. Okay, maybe that's a bit too much. I'm probably going to get shit on for saying that. But it is genuinely probably one of the best betas I've actually played in a very long time. I love it. I do. But again, that skill-based matchmaking, if it's going to absolutely rape the fuck out of me in this game, I'm going to have some fucking problems. Because holy shit, you already struggle enough to try and get a kill in this game. Fucking hell, god damn it. It's already difficult enough. I think it's a lot more easy than I expected, but fucking hell, yeah. I do think this, again, Black Ops 6 is probably one of the best betas in a while. And again, the balancing and all that, if we can remove all the balancing and forget about all that, it's a beta again. There's not much gameplay. I mean, when I say gameplay, I mean maps and stuff like that. Unless it's that broken, it's going to cause problems. I know there's a problem with emotes at the moment. You can actually see behind your cover if you third-person emote, which is a problem. I do remember that being a problem in Black Ops 4 when you were playing the Battle Royale Blackout. I don't know if they're going to fix that or do something about that. But yeah, that is pretty overpowered. You're in a first-person game mode anyway. You can go into a third person and pretty much kind of see who's around the cover. It's a little bit overpowered in my opinion. Of course, the human shield feature in Black Ops 6, I haven't actually had this done to me yet. I'm actually being able to do it. However, it looks like a pretty cool feature. It's proximity chat when you put someone in a human shield. So instead, I think they've gotten rid of the executions. I think so, and they've replaced it with human shields instead. I kind of like that. I haven't been attacked yet, as of yet. Maybe a lot of people don't bother using it because it can be quite all over the place. I'm not entirely sure, but I haven't been attacked yet. I've seen one person in my game. I heard a friendly on the mic saying some weird shit to this guy, but I haven't actually had that happen to me yet. That's going to be quite a scare when that does. I've seen some clips of people saying some shit. I saw this guy take someone as a hostage with a human shield type thing and then throw him off the building. So that was quite funny. But yeah, I don't know how this feature is, how many people actually maybe know about this feature or not. I think people are just more bothered and focusing on trying to rank up their weapons and stuff. But hey, it is a very fun feature. There was a guy who did on Twitter anyway. These two human shields were kissing each other. Fucking hell, what the hell is going on here? I don't actually know what is going on in the beta, but some freaky shit is going on. That's for certain. Anyway, however, it is a very cool feature, the human shield. I do like that. Yeah. Tim the Tatman back on Twitch and is. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the beta is pretty fun. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's perfectly fine. If you don't like the beta, hey, you know, what can you slam? But yeah, I kind of like the beta. It's pretty fun. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But yeah, the beta is pretty solid. If we remove skill-based matchmaking, the absolute monstrosity of the fucking weapons, I genuinely think this is a solid beta. And again, if you do like betas like this, make sure to tell Treyarch. Well, actually, no, it's Treyarch who actually seem to make the better Call of Duties, even multiplayer-wise. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I think that's all I've got to say. I'm probably going to do like a Weekend 2 update as well and talk about this on the Weekend 2. But Weekend 1 Call of Duty beta is pretty fucking fun.